with Octavia, she this was a lead that was kind of a lead from heaven. It came in as a $187,000 rental lead almost 2 years ago. And if we hadn't had Wailopo, then it would have been one of these 700,000 that are just sitting out in the wild blue yonder somewhere, you know. But Wailopo kept working it and sending out properties and retargeting. And then the agent whose box it was in left. And so we flipped all of his leads into what we call an opportunity pool. And for people who looking for opportunities like Octavia, it was perfect because she came on board, $187,000 rental, not a problem. I'm going to show this guy some homes, rent him a house, I'll make $1,000, you know. And so she started showing him homes, and the homes got bigger and bigger. And then he found this one home that was a new build, and he wanted to rent it for $40,000 a month, and the builder wouldn't rent it. And so he says, well, I guess I'm just going to have to buy it. So they wrote it up at $7 million cash, and he bought it.
So I like texted him back. I was like, hey, you know, we tried to get the lease. They really seriously considered it, but it's not going to happen. Would you like to maybe buy it instead? So then he said, okay, what do you think would get it done? So I looked at the comps and I looked at the prices. That's when coronavirus was at the first height. And those new construction Potter homes had been selling for at list or 50,000 under. So I was like, you know what? Let's try to do it for 6.6 to 6.8. It was listed for 7.2. I was like, you know, right now it's a lot of nervousness. I'm not nervous. Florida isn't going anywhere. The beach isn't going anywhere. Let's try and do it. So I started the verbal offer back and forth with their side. And then they said, hey, we want this in writing. And I was like, okay. Getting something in writing from a man that I've only texted, you know, like this is just kind of like the voice behind the screen, like the Wizard of Oz right now. So I was like, okay. And so I let them know like, hey, they want it in writing. Then they went dead. Silent, radio silence for like weeks. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send them a text of the video of the house. So I sent them the video of the house. He was like, man, we love that house. We're gonna come down.
Did you go over to the house and do a video?
No. The listing agent had this beautiful video of the house. It was like a drone shot of the house from the water. And then coming in, and it had this beautiful music and everything. And I was like, so they flew down to see a couple houses and they decided on that one. I still kind of don't believe it.
Can I ask, what was your GCI on that?
70,000.
70K. Okay.
So with Slack, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Up to 5 million. And then after the 5 million mark, it's a 5% increase on Robert's Slack leads. My split before joining this company was 30-70. So
Oh, wow.
50-50.
50.
I was like, this is great.
Yeah. And so you get 50% and it's on a Robert Slack lead.
Okay.
You get 70K, he gets 70K. So 140K total on your guys
Total.
on the buy side. Yeah. Beautiful.
That's crazy.
And she's a hard worker. She put another one pending yesterday. I saw she was writing an offer up this morning on something, you know, and the sky's the limit for people like that if they embrace what we do, you know. I mean, there's a gal who's going to make 200,000, having been told 4 months ago that she'd never make it in real estate.